What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a very interesting and exciting Liverpool transfer news video because Torgan Hazard is linked with Liverpool. His sporting director, or rather Borussia Mönchengladbach's sporting director, has actually specifically mentioned Liverpool as Torgan Hazard's destination, because Torgan Hazard revealed that he doesn't want to stay at the club, he wants to leave, and Liverpool could be one of his destinations. So let me know, would you like Liverpool to sign Eden Hazard's brother? He's 26 years old, he scored 11 goals and got 12 assists this season, and he could be available for as little as 40 million euros, which is about 36 million pounds. And listen to the sporting director. So Max Eberl told Sky Germany this, and I quote, "Thorgan has informed us that he doesn't want to extend his contract and that he wants to leave the club in the summer to take the next step. I've heard this statement 15 times in the last 10 years as really great players have left us. That's the way it is for us. We will have to see where his path will continue. I don't know whether it will be Dortmund, who are constantly being mentioned, or Atletico Madrid, Liverpool, or another club." And Borussia Mönchengladbach paid as little as 8 million euros to sign Torgan Hazard from Chelsea in 2015. Remember that Chelsea signed both Hazard brothers. Then Torgan left to Borussia Mönchengladbach, and he has had a hugely successful career so far in Germany, and he is expected to cost around 40 million euros, which, as I said, is about 36 million pounds. And Eberl also recently told the club's official website, "Interested parties have to offer us a transfer fee that recognizes his worth as an exceptional Bundesliga forward and a regular feature in one of the best national teams in the world." And that's true, he has been a regular in the Belgium national team as well. And I would welcome this guy because he can play on the wing, he can play as a number 10 behind Firmino as well. So he can play in a variety of positions, and at 26 years old he's at the perfect age. Probably the peak of his career is ahead of him, and he right now can come into the side and contribute greatly. There is a Belgian newspaper, a Belgian outlet, which is called La Dernière Heure. They are reporting that Liverpool have actually outbid Borussia Dortmund, and we put a better offer on the table than Borussia Dortmund for Torgan Hazard. However, the newspaper is also reporting that Hazard has given his word to Dortmund, and he doesn't really want to sign for Liverpool, fearing lack of playing time. And this newspaper is also reporting that and claiming that Gladbach, they are claiming that Borussia Mönchengladbach would prefer to sell Hazard to Liverpool because of the money, which has caused some conflict between the player and the club. And Hazard, like the entire club, has struggled in this situation to figure out what is the best solution. And I believe that this transfer story is real and it is genuine. And this Belgian outlet is a respected source, and importantly, it looks like our interest makes 100% sense for Torgan Hazard. And Hazard can play on the right, he can play on the left, or even as a false 9 maybe. Not being first choice in the Liverpool starting lineup could be a concern for Hazard, so I understand his worries, because at 26 years old you don't really want to move to a club where you will constantly sit on the bench. But I'm sure that Jurgen Klopp can work out a scenario where Torgan Hazard starts on the right, Salah up front, Mane on the left, and Firmino behind Salah as a false 9 against smaller sides. I think that could work, and that attack could really destroy some smaller teams who park the bus. And I really hope that we sign him. But it's a very interesting transfer case, it's a very interesting scenario. And I must give credit to Manuel Veth, who is a journalist who is reporting this news on Twitter, so a huge credit to him for this news. So Torgan Hazard is not the most prolific goal scorer, so if he signs at Liverpool, you don't expect him to score 20, 25, 30 goals a season, but he can always chip in with 10 goals from the wing or from midfield. I think he can play in an attacking midfield role as well. But we really need a versatile player who can come in and deputize for either Salah or Mane or one of our midfielders. And on average, he scores about 10 goals a season for Borussia Mönchengladbach. He scored 5 goals in his first season, 6 goals in his second, 11 goals in his third, 11 goals again in his fourth season, and this season he already has 12 goals in 29 games, which is the best season that he has ever had in Germany. But he can add to that maybe another 2 or 3 goals, and then he will hit the 15 goal mark. And also he has been selected for the Belgium national team 21 times, and he scored 3 goals for Belgium as well. So Gladbach actually wanted to extend Torgan Hazard's contract, which runs out at 2020, so it runs out next summer. But Torgan Hazard has turned down every offer so far, as he wants to take the next step in his career. And now that the sporting director of the club confirmed that Hazard will leave in the summer, I think it's fair to say that Liverpool are in pole position to sign him. The Daily Mirror and the Liverpool Echo are reporting that Liverpool are heavily interested in this guy, but we have to fend off other clubs. And I think Gladbach wants a bidding war. But I think this is a perfect scenario, because Torgan Hazard has only 1 year left on his contract, so Gladbach can't ask for too much money. Otherwise, you know, nobody will sign Torgan Hazard. He's not worth 60, 70 million pounds. He's not that good of a player. But I think he would be the perfect player to sometimes sit on the bench, sometimes start for Liverpool. And Jurgen Klopp knows the Bundesliga very well. So I'm sure that this guy is in Jurgen Klopp's thoughts. And at the moment, a Kicker, the German newspaper, are reporting that Borussia Dortmund are leading the race. But he was also linked with Liverpool, and previously Chelsea and Atletico Madrid were interested in him, according to the sporting director. So it's definitely a possibility that Liverpool will go in for him, and I really hope that we do, because we really need to reinforce the squad. We can't sit still and not sign anyone of really major reinforcements, because all the big clubs will strengthen in the summer. And I think one of our weaknesses is we don't really have a brilliant backup for Salah or Mane. If one of them gets injured, I keep saying this, we really need to sign a very good player who can strengthen the squad. Look at Manchester City, they are the benchmark. If Sterling can't play, Mahrez can play. If Bernardo Silva can't play, Leroy Sané can play. If Aguero can't play, Gabriel Jesus can play for Manchester City. They have almost as good a front line in their second team as they have in the first team. Not quite as good, but almost as good. While at Liverpool, it's a huge drop-off in quality. I mean, if you have to replace our front three, you probably would start with Shaqiri, Sturridge and Origi, and they are miles behind Salah, Firmino and Mane. That attack probably would fight for the top 4, while this current attack is fighting for the title, and Manchester City's other attack will probably fight for the title as well, their second team, if they had to play the whole season. And that's how you should look at it. We need to build a second team which is almost as good as the first team, because injuries happen. I know, even if we don't like it, if big players get injured sometimes, and if either Salah or Mane or Firmino get a long-term injury next season, our title challenge could evaporate because of that, and we don't want to end up in that scenario. And if we did sign Torgan Hazard, I think you have to question the future of Xherdan Shaqiri, because maybe because of Shaqiri falling out of favor with Jurgen Klopp, and now that Hazard could be ahead of Shaqiri in the pecking order, maybe Shaqiri would want to move on. I really don't want that to happen, because I think Shaqiri is a very good player, and he's a brilliant to come on as a substitute and change the game sometimes. But I also feel for Shaqiri, playing so little football in the second half of the season must not be good for his confidence. And also you have to question the future of the likes of Ryan Kent and Harry Wilson, whether they have any future at the club. But at a club like Liverpool, you have to be very, very good to be in the team or get anywhere near the first team. So that's what all the players have to face as that situation. And Mignolet spoke out about his future plans, and he told the Belgian newspaper this, and I quote Mignolet: "Of course I want to play, but my job is to support the team, and my future is not important right now. I hope to help Liverpool win prizes. That's the most important thing, and we will see about the rest." As a whole, this is the strongest team I've ever experienced in Liverpool, and at the back we are very stable with Virgil van Dijk, and in the front you have 3 goal scorers with Mo Salah, Sadio Mane and Roberto Firmino. The latter is also very strong in defending, a very complete attacker. We have a very strong team, we are very strong across the board, and in the past we also had a strong team with among others Gerrard, Coutinho, Luis Suarez, but then we were perhaps lacking a little width. It's been 29 years since Liverpool won the title once again, and the fans obviously want that very much. As a group of players, we want to win everything, the Champions League and the Premier League, and I think Mignolet is hoping to play some part in the coming weeks before deciding on his future, but I don't see it happening. I don't see Mignolet playing any other game, because frankly Alisson is our best goalkeeper and he should play every game between now and the end of the season, because every game is like a cup final for Liverpool. It's massive. And actually Paul Merson, the Sky Sports pundit, suggested that the Chelsea manager Sarri might rest Eden Hazard for the Liverpool-Chelsea game on the weekend, which I don't believe it honestly, but he said the Europa League is a big opportunity for Sarri to win his first trophy, and it's a question of what team gets set up for Chelsea. If Chelsea play their full team and don't worry about next Thursday, this will be game on for Liverpool and for Chelsea, no question about that. Liverpool are going to get nervous. They have not won the league in 29 years and everyone in the city is talking about it, so there's bound to be nerves. If they can get this game out of the way, Man City will have to do it the hard way. I agree. I think this is the pivotal game in the title race, and it's of course everybody is reminded of the 2014 weekend where Liverpool lost the title ultimately, where Liverpool played Chelsea and also Crystal Palace played Man City just like this upcoming weekend. And I think Liverpool have to forget about that and just concentrate on the game. We are better than this current Chelsea team, but we haven't beaten Chelsea at Anfield for like 7 or 8 years in the Premier League, which is a lot. And I really hope that Liverpool perform and don't get nervous, because Chelsea can come at Anfield and this is like a bonus game for them. Everybody expects, or most of the people expect, Liverpool to win, and I think this is the game which will decide it, because I can't see Manchester City winning all the rest of the games. They had a very, very average performance against Tottenham and were actually comfortably beaten by Tottenham in the end in the Champions League. That shows that Man City can be vulnerable, and Liverpool are on such a high. They are riding this incredible wave. How we have beaten Tottenham and Southampton was the type of champions, but we have to overcome one big hurdle, and that is the Chelsea game at Anfield. I really hope that the Anfield fans don't get nervous. I really hope that they fully support the team for 90 minutes and roar the team on, and I'm really looking forward to it. And the CS Football Observatory has sorted each of the Premier League club's most valuable players into a list and ranked them against each other. And it looks like Harry Kane is the most valuable player, at a whopping 171 million. Raheem Sterling is second, worth 161 million, and Mohamed Salah is third, worth a whopping 160 million pounds. And if you consider that we signed Salah for like 40 million, around 40 million pounds, it has been an absolute bargain. Lukaku is fourth, Eden Hazard is fifth, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is sixth, and Richarlison is seventh. You could argue that maybe Hazard is worth more than Lukaku on current form, but I didn't make this list. So I think it's pretty accurate, and the only reason why players like Aguero are not on the team, or Kevin De Bruyne, is that Aguero is not very young anymore, and also De Bruyne had a lot of injuries this season, so maybe that's why he didn't make the list. And Emre Can has talked about his departure from Liverpool. He said this: Jurgen Klopp was disappointed when I wanted to leave. He wanted me to stay in Liverpool but accepted my decision. He also knew that it was not a decision against him or against Liverpool, but for a new challenge at Juventus. I had a wonderful and memorable time in Liverpool and will always be grateful to all the people who have supported me there. I am still in touch with Jurgen Klopp. And I already complained to Jurgen Klopp about the hard training in Liverpool, but the training here at Juventus is a bit tougher, even harder. We have to run even more, do more strength training. It was a big challenge for me at the beginning, but now my body has got used to it. You are a professional footballer, Emre Can, and you are complaining about hard training. When you are paid an absolute fortune, you earn more in 1 year than most people earn throughout their whole lives. And you complain about the hard training. I mean, what on earth? I mean, what did you expect when you came to Liverpool? That the training will be easy, it will be just a walk in the park? That's not how you build a championship winning team. That's not how you get to the top of football by easy training sessions. I mean, of course it's hard, both at Liverpool and Juventus. They are two very, very top clubs, and if you want to win the games, you have to train hard. And Juan Mata's contract is up at Man United at the end of the season, and his agent actually mentioned specifically that Liverpool and Man City are the two options that are not on the table for Juan Mata, but everything else is on the table. He said Man United have offered to renew the contract. We are very happy. But there are proposals from Champions League teams, Spain maybe, but today is not the day to talk about it, and it's not yet decided. Man City would not be the ideal options, and there are two options that do not appeal, Liverpool and Man City. We have to respect the Man United fans, and he's held very dear here. And Man United have a huge rebuilding job, in my opinion. They have to make probably 4 very, very big signings, and they have to get all of them right if they want to be anywhere near the title, because they are at the moment so far away from both Man City and Liverpool, because these two teams, Man City and Liverpool, has set such high standards. Man United have to do almost a miracle in the summer to keep up with them. So let's wait and see what happens in the summer. But first, Liverpool Chelsea tomorrow. I will do a full preview because that game probably deserves a full preview, so I will do that very soon. And also a new career mode video is dropping later today, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, see you later guys, goodbye.